Greetings and salutations, this is Rick Copple coming at you from Denver, Colorado with yet another bonus edition of Not a Linux Guru Guy. Today we're going to check out Arch-based systems. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinion piece here, so take it as such. But it's opinions, thoughts about Arch, and basically it's 5 reasons why I think Arch may not be very popular with some people. I was watching OBT's channel. He gave 5 reasons why Arch-based systems are popular. So I have this link in the description down below. And he gave one reason toward the end of that video. Arch-based systems might not be so popular with some people. That's the only one he can think of, the only downside he can think of apparently at the time. Of course, he's highly invested in Arch. He uses daily drivers, does DistroTube, and a lot of other people out there. And I've actually got it installed on 3 computers around here actually currently, because I've been in a series about Manjaro's desktop environment editions, and I'm testing each one of those out. So I got Salient OS, which I reviewed not too long ago, installed on my OS out there on the living room computer, and I've got Arch, like I say, installed on this computer over here and my laptop out there. Basically, Mate's out there and i3's over here. So, why many don't use Arch? Well, I decided that I could think of a lot more reasons than he could, because I don't use it that much as my daily drivers. I have in the past. I've used it a couple of times for daily drivers, but for some of the reasons I don't use it anymore. I probably will in the future. So, one thing I want to get off the table here is this is not a bash Arch video, okay? Arch is a great system. It's got a lot of positives to it, like OBT mentioned, and I'll probably use it myself in the future one day. Probably love it. Matter of fact, I have this dream of installing Arch, vanilla Arch, on a laptop, my little daily driver laptop, and running it from there. But I've done it on another laptop as a test run and that kind of thing before, and I installed it with Cinnamon Desktop on it and all that kind of good stuff. But I've been a little leery about trying to do it on my daily driver, because I use it for everything. So anyway, maybe I'll get to it eventually. Maybe I'll be brave enough to venture out, because the thing is, you destroy your system before you have a chance to change anything on that. But anyway, why many don't use Arch? We'll get right to it here in number 5. The number 5 reason why I have listed that people don't use Arch, or isn't very popular with some people, is on what planet does -S mean to install anything? By golly. Yeah, so as the Pacman package manager, Wally Efficient, does require a non-intuitive learning curve to master. That's a given thing. It's like learning another language half the time. Sudo apt install. Aside from learning the apt command or the apt-get command, when to use what and what all, that can be complicated for new users too. But yeah, install. It just says install, so that means you're going to install something. You search, you're going to search for stuff in package repositories, that kind of thing. If you want to remove something, you need to remove. Just enter the command and it does it. Whereas with Pacman, you got all this capital S, -S, capital S, small s. To upgrade, you got to use capital S, small lowercase y, and lowercase u to update and upgrade your repositories in your system and all that kind of stuff. You have to learn all this new coding language. It's very non-intuitive. So yeah, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like to learn that kind of stuff. So depends on why they're on Linux to begin with. I think a lot of it does. That's number 5. Number 4 is because system maintenance requires a bigger hunk of one's time. Now, most distribution, you just update it and it's done. Pretty much, you don't have to do anything extra. Not much you have to do. Arch-based systems are a little bit different. That you have these strange driver warning, potential missing driver warnings. You have to figure out what that's about, and you got to research that, figure out how to deal with them, that kind of thing. And you have these pack save and pack new files. You got to merge with their original configuration files, that kind of thing. So yeah, you got all this weird stuff you got to do, and it takes time to figure all that out, you know. And I know DistroTube's recommended setting aside 1 day a week to do your updates on your Arch-based system. I think a whole day? Well, not really. I mean, most of the updates I found on Arch go pretty smooth. Usually, there's a few broken things in time past with Garuda, I think mainly, and other Arch-based systems. But yeah, so. And then you have to figure out how to fix it and all that kind of stuff and what problems to make out of it and that. So anyway, the bottom line is it just takes a good hunk of one's time out of the day to update. Even if it doesn't break something, you got a plan that might, you know. Got a plan that you figure out how to merge a config file with pack save or pack new commands. I mean, pack diff sometimes helps, but yeah, mileage may vary on that. So yeah, it takes a little more time to maintain your system, and so that's that's number 4. Number 3 is many don't care to bleed all over the edge. It'd be painful at times. Ouch. So yeah, many don't care to bleed. Now, bleeding edge software basically means that you're getting the most latest and greatest and up-to-date software as quickly as possible. Quickly as Arch. I don't know what all quality control they do on it, but they do some, I think. But it's very minimal quality control. So sometimes buggy software can get out, leaked out. And when buggy software gets leaked out, sometimes it can break things, break your system. A lot of times what will happen is it just won't work. But a lot of times, sometimes it can actually kill your system too. And then you have to hopefully you've backed up, have backups you can go to. It can be painful at times though when it bleeds all over the edge. Number 2, second biggest reason why a lot of people don't want to use Arch is the AUR is akin to playing Russian roulette with one's OS. Yeah, now the AUR is this Arch user repository, which allows users to put Arch-based systems packages in there and install them. It's actually quite cool in a lot of ways. You have all this extra software that nobody else has that you can access. Up-to-date things. I've gotten drivers from AUR before and things like that that I couldn't find anywhere else. So there's a lot of advantages to AUR. Really is, and a lot of people like it. Also, a lot of people know that the Arch Wiki, I think it says that you should avoid pulling packages from the AUR unless you really need them, because it's kind of this problem that you can get buggy software through that at times. It's not that well tested out. You even possibly get a virus from there, but yeah. More and more, and oftentimes, like I say with the previous issue, was that you'll get software on there that has bugs in it, you know, and then it probably will just not work. I've had that happen before. I've gotten software from the UR just didn't work, but there's also those times when you get software that wrecks your system or does something bad and causes a big crash in your system, because it's kind of hard to plan for all types of systems, what all they got on them, that kind of thing. So yeah, you don't want Yeah, that's why they recommend only pulling from there if you really need the software. You just want to go out in the AUR and pull everything in. Oh yeah, I'll have this little stuff, all that kind of thing. Want to avoid that as all possible, because you can break your system using the AUR, like playing Russian roulette. It becomes a matter of putting a gun to one's OS's head, pulling the trigger and praying that there's nothing in the chamber. So that's the second reason why people may be not so keen on using Arch. Now the first reason I listed is the updates are many will eventually break one's OS. Dude, I know what a lot of people are going to say. Well, I've been using this system for X number of years now. I never had a problem. Well, maybe you're doing the right things. Maybe you don't update it all. Who knows? But the law of averages states that the more updates you do, the more your potential for breaking your system into, especially when you're using bleeding edge updates systems like this. The updates are many will eventually break one's OS system. That's why Debian has more stable, because not only do they have time-tested packages that have been through the ringer and done all that kind of stuff, but they also there are fewer updates that you have to get through it. So the fewer times you update, the less chance of breaking your system. As simple as that. That's probably why some people who've been on Arch forever, maybe one reason why your system's been running forever, because you haven't updated it forever. The more updates you do, bigger, especially bleeding edge software, more chance you're going to break your system eventually. I know I've done it on 2 or 3 systems here at home. I grew to install out there, broke system. Oh, I have a 0 in interest of binaries and all that kind of stuff. I put a 0 entry in here too. 0 is. All that said, I love Arch Linux too. So, I like Arch Linux. I've used it for daily drivers before, but I haven't used it for my daily driver that much often. And I think one of the reasons, some of these reasons are issues. The two, I just wanted to make sure I learned it good and all that kind of thing. And Jara, I have to say, is a pretty good system. And I really like enjoying viewing it. And like I say, I got it installed on 3 computers here right now. Well, I got it installed on 2 computers. Salient OS is on the other one, but they're all Arch-based systems. They're all Arch-based systems, and they're pretty cool. Those are my 5 reasons why some people don't want to use Arch as their daily driver or whatever. And those are valid reasons. Some of them are important, like package manager, having to learn a whole new package language can be daunting at first, and is an issue. And maintenance can, if you're coming from a Debian system where you just update it all the time, you don't worry about all that stuff. Suddenly you have, what? I gotta do this, and this too? I gotta research this, figure out all this. It can be daunting for people. And the concept of bleeding edge doesn't sound too appealing. You got the AUR question mark, and you got possibility of breaking system because of all the updates. Top 5 reasons. So, what do you think? What are some reasons you have down there why you haven't used Arch if you haven't? And maybe you want to add to OBT's video why you use Arch. Put in the comments below. Thank you for your time and your day, and we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and may the Linux force be with you. Bye.